In this clip with the then German defense minister and current president of the European Commission, Ursula von der Leyen, in July of 2018.
When we talk about this pipeline, though, there are serious concerns. Other EU member states have raised them in the past, that this might compromise security when it comes to Germany or to NATO allies generally. How do you respond?
We have the same interest. So we defend and protect the same security issues. That is our democracies, our economies, the rule of law, the human rights. So it's in our German interest to work closely together with our allies. We have to tackle that issue. There is an issue without any question, but we should not forget that there is more on the NATO table.
And you don't believe that this pipeline would compromise security?
No, in our own German interest, we have to make sure that this is not the case. And I'm very confident where that is concerned. We are in deep talks about that topic. But as I said, there are many other things to worry about what security is concerned. Talk about Russia in itself and its behavior, malign behavior. Talk about China. Talk about cyber attacks, ISIL terror, just to name a few topics we have to debate here.
Outside of the European Union, the biggest opponent to Nord Stream 2 and the increasing Russian influence on Germany's energy supply was Donald Trump, the newly elected president of the United States. In July of 2018, Trump met with representatives from Germany and NATO and had the following statements to say to them.
Well, I have to say, I think it's very sad when Germany makes a massive oil and gas deal with Russia, where you're supposed to be guarding against Russia, and Germany goes out and pays billions and billions of dollars a year to Russia. So we're protecting Germany, we're protecting France, we're protecting all of these countries, and then numerous of the countries go out and make a pipeline deal with Russia, where they're paying billions of dollars into the coffers of Russia. So we're supposed to protect you against Russia, but they're paying billions of dollars to Russia, and I think that's very inappropriate. And the former chancellor of Germany is the head of the pipeline company that's supplying the gas. Ultimately, Germany will have almost 70% of their country controlled by Russia with natural gas. So you tell me, is that appropriate? I mean, I've been complaining about this from the time I got in. It should have never been allowed to have happened. But Germany is totally controlled by Russia because they were getting from 60 to 70% of their energy from Russia and a new pipeline. And you tell me if that's appropriate, because I think it's not. And I think Germany is a captive of Russia.
This is Jens Stoltenberg, the former Prime Minister of Norway and the current Secretary General of NATO.
You know, NATO is an alliance of 29 nations, and there are sometimes differences and different views and also some disagreements. And the gas pipeline from Russia to Germany is one issue where allies disagree. But the strength of NATO is that despite these differences, we have always been able to unite around our core task to protect and defend each other, because we understand that we are stronger together than apart. I think that two world wars and the Cold War taught us that we are stronger together than apart.
But how can you be together when a country is getting its energy from the person you want protection against or from the group that you want protection?
Because you understand that when we stand together, also when dealing with Russia, we are stronger. I think what we have seen is that...
No, you're just making Russia richer.
Shortly after Trump's comments, Angela Merkel, the longtime Chancellor of Germany, shot back with her own remarks.
Ich möchte aus gegebenem Anlass hinzufügen, dass ich erlebt habe auch selber, dass ein Teil Deutschlands von der Sowjetunion kontrolliert wurde. Und ich bin sehr froh, dass wir heute in Freiheit vereint sind als die Bundesrepublik Deutschland und dass wir deshalb auch sagen können, dass wir unsere eigenständige Politik machen können und eigenständige Entscheidungen fällen können, und das ist sehr gut, gerade für die Menschen in den neuen.
A little more than a year after all these comments were made, in December of 2019, the $11 billion Nord Stream 2 pipeline was only weeks away from being completely finished and certified and ready to double Germany's direct imports of gas coming in from Russia. Then, on December 17th, the Trump administration slapped a series of sanctions on it in an attempt to prevent its completion. Though the pipeline ended up being completed anyway, the Germans themselves ended up delaying its certification required to begin use.